Let's continue our discussion on the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. With us now is Duterte Youth Party List Chairman Ronald Cardema. Representative Cardema, good morning to you.
Good morning po, ma'am. Yes, I'm not the
my
representative.
apologies. All right.
Yes,
But I was gonna say, because Youth Party List po ito, no, sa Duterte Youth. Ang tanong ko, were the Duterte supporters completely blindsided?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, yesterday, narinig namin sa interview si ACT Teacher sa Party List Congresswoman Franz Castro na natatawa-tawa dahil may caucus daw. And I immediately contacted Congresswoman Drixie Cardema. I asked her if there's a notice of meeting.
Yeah.
Yesterday, wala naman daw. Sabi ko, kindly check the Viber group of the 19th Congress, yung kanilang Viber group, wala rin daw. So, sabi ko, saan nagpupunta tong mga kongresistang to? Sa Romualdez Hall daw. So, minomonitor namin, wala talagang patawag sa mga katulad namin, sa katulad nila na Duterte allies. So, talagang, alam nyo, masabi ko sa inyo, yung Romualdez Hall, pinapatawag talaga yung mga kongresista dyan pag panahon ng adjournment. Ginagather bago mag-adjourn. So, I think do sa interview na ibang kongresista, hindi rin nila alam kung ba't sila pinapatawag. Pero meron ng meron ng konting idea yung iba na it is about the impeachment, ma'am.
Oo. Pero kung gano'n, no, considering that the hearings have been going on in the Quad Committee, there were already 3 impeachment complaints prior to this 4th one. Bakit hindi naganda ang mga Duterte supporters? It seems that the Duterte supporters just relied on the INC rally. But within Congress, anong ginawa ninyo?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we relied on the rules of the House of Representatives.
But they followed the rules. What they did was part of the rules. There are 2 modes to impeach. That was one of them.
Actually, ang iniisip namin dyan, ma'am, so there were impeachment complaints. Then, i-check muna ng House Committee on Justice kung sufficient in form or in substance. Then after...
Yeah, but that's one mode. But you do know the other mode, that from the plenary, it goes straight to the Senate. This was done during the impeachment of former President Erap Estrada.
Ang naisip ko dyan, ma'am, kahapon, how come na there are 100 to 200 plus members of Congress na nag-sign sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte nang hindi man lang na-hearing si Sara Duterte? They don't know the details of the case. Sa proper mode nga, ma'am, if you file it in the House Committee on Justice, kasi nandun yung mga abogadong kongresista, ipapatawag pa nila mismo yung respondent, yung kinakasuhan, di ba? Para ma-hear naman yung side niya.
But wasn't she called already during the Quad Committee hearings? These 7 articles of impeachment, most of them are actually fruit coming from the Quad Committee hearings. How she used her confidential funds, how she used money that was when she was DepEd Secretary. Kumbaga, she attended those hearings until one day she just refused to attend and refused to explain her confidential funds. Kumbaga,
yes, ma'am.
This was all heard. A lot of the charges were heard.
Yes, ma'am. But ang sinusunod ng mga members of Congress, syempre, di ba, rules-based daw tayo sa Congress. Ang inaantay natin dyan, ipatawag siya ng House Committee on Justice. Then, ma-hear ng House Committee on Justice yung both sides. Yung mga nagko-complain, pati yung respondent. Para ma-weigh in ng mga kongresista kung meron bang basis tong impeachment na ito. Ang nakakagulat, nag-approve na lang yung 100 to 200 kahapon, last day of Congress, na ini-impeach nila yung Vice President Sara Duterte. Nasa tingin ko, hindi naman nila alam talaga yung details. Kahit magtanungan tayo, magdebatihan tayo dito sa mga 200 plus na ito, baka yung mismong articles of impeachment hindi nila sa ulo o hindi nila alam, ma'am. So yun ang pinagtataka natin, bakit na railroad ng ganun kabilis? Kung ikaw ay kongresista, you are the representative of your district, of your province, you are representing the people of the Philippines, syempre gusto rin ng mga Pilipino, dahil ibinoto nila si Sara Duterte, 32 million, na ma-hear yung side ni Sara Duterte, di ba? What are you representing if you railroad the process? Binoto ng mga constituents mo. si Sara Duterte as their Vice President, di ba?
All right. So clearly, the Duterte supporters believe that this was railroaded, and you feel that the confidential fund hearing that was conducted by the Committee on Good Government was not sufficient to impeach her.
Yes, ma'am. Because in Congress, kahit nga isang kongresista na biglang magtuyo lang, pwede ka na mag-file immediately in the afternoon ng isang House resolution to investigate yung kaaway mo sa buhay. So if the matter is being heard by the Quadcom, it is not the proper forum.
Okay.
Ayon sa rules of impeachment proceedings, it is the House Committee on Justice. And nakalagay dyan, kung merong inaakusahan, ipapatawag mo para marinig rin yung side po niya.
Oo.
Tungkol sa impeachment, ma'am.
Ano ang plano ngayon ng mga Duterte supporters? Now it's in the Senate already. There was already an INC rally. But ano ang plano po ng grupo ninyo and the other Duterte supporters in the lower house?
Yes, ma'am. Sa amin sa Duterte Youth Party List, kinolekta rin namin yung listahan ng 200 plus na kongresista kahapon.
215.
Gusto namin i-publish yan.
Okay.
Kasama yung mga mukha nila at kung anong tinatakbuhan nila ngayong 2025. Gusto namin ipakita sa taong bayan na tanungin mismo nila itong mga kongresista nila if they represented their constituencies yesterday nung bumoto sa kanila. Kasi masabi ko sa inyo, 200 plus yan. Ang kaya ko lang i-cite yung mismong kongresista ko dito sa Calamba, Laguna. Alam nyo, I just found out yesterday that Vice President Sara Duterte got more votes than our mayor, than our vice mayor, than our congressman. So kung yung congressman namin, si Cha Hernandez, ay bumoto against kay Sara Duterte kahapon, sinong constituency yung nirepresent niya? Sara Duterte got more votes in Calamba City than her. Than our mayor and than our
but then
vice mayor.
But Chairman, but in getting more votes, that's not an absolute. At the end of the day, an impeachment process holds sitting officials accountable. In other words, just because you were voted and you were very popular, that was the Erap story too, right? And he was impeached for accusations of graft and corruption and eventually plunder as well. So ganun din yun.
Yes, ma'am. But
In other words,
Congress
those
is
votes, just having a lot of votes is not an absolute guarantee that you are not accountable to the people.
Yes, that's right, ma'am. Anybody who has been voted can be, pwede namang kasuhan kahit sino yan, di ba? Pero ang gusto natin sana, because lahat nga pinag-uusapan sa Sangguniang Barangay, lahat pinag-uusapan sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan at Bayan. Bakit itong pinakamataas na venue for debates and discussion ng Pilipinas, the House of Representatives, ba't hindi pinag-usapan yung kinakasuhan? Bakit hindi ipinatawag at na-hear man lang yung kinakasuhan? Ang akala namin, susundin tong published rules of procedure in impeachment proceedings na ipapatawag ang Vice President sa House Committee on Justice para ma-hear yung side niya.
Okay.
Ang kinakagulat mo dyan, Ma'am Karen, paano nangyari na merong 100 to 200 members of Congress on last day of session can decide outrightly that Sara Duterte should
So
be
what do you
impeached
think
without
happened?
hearing her side?
That's my last question, if you can answer
ma'am.
quickly. Why do you think last session day before Congress adjourned, suddenly there are 215 congressmen who signed? Why?
Because it is the adjournment of Congress in an election year. So, sinabi ko nga sa inyo, every adjournment day in Congress, after a few months, pinapatawag talaga lahat sa Romualdez Hall para
At
i-gather.
ano ba nangyayari doon? Ba't palagay mo bumoto sila?
Ang balita ko, merong mga pondo na nakalagay for later release. Ibig sabihin, it is a conditional release of funds. So, if you have been promised millions or hundreds of millions of funds and you do not commit yesterday, baka hindi ma-release yan kasi for later release yan, FLR yan. Diba, ma'am? Ang masabi ko po sa inyo, totoo yung sinasabi ni Mayor Magalong na 777. Last year, we have been invited to the Bagong Pilipinas Servicio Fair.
Okay.
Ang sabi sa amin ng mga kapwa kongresista, if you attend, you will be given 777 or 21 million worth of funds in each attendance. Pero masabi namin dyan sa Duterte Youth Party List, we have not attended a single event kahit na ini-invite kami kasi nahihiya kami sa Pangulong Duterte at kay Vice President Sara Duterte na mamemera kami ng ganon.
Okay.
So yung sinasabi ni Mayor Magalong, narinig ko sa kanya kasi, totoo yun. So isa pang maliban sa 777 na yan, last day of session nga kahapon in an election year. So ang balita rin dyan, kasi napagkikwentuhan naman ng mga kapwa kongresista, meron mga pinapangako kahapon na for later release.
Okay.
So kailangan pag pumirma ka kahapon, panindigan mo yon kasi hindi rin i-release kahit na pirmahan mo. Ang masabi ko lang po, lastly, ang kakapal naman ng pagmumukha natin sa Kongreso. Naghahabol naman tayo ng sobrang pondo at pera na yung pinagkatiwalaan ng taong bayan katulad ni Sara Duterte na lahat kayo lumalapit para magpa-picture at mag-Duterte feast ng 6 na taon, kaya nyong pirmahan ang impeachment nang hindi pa nahihira ang kaso mismo.
On that note, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. We're glad to have your side, the Duterte side, on Head Start. We do hope to speak with you again. Duterte Youth Party List Chairman Ronald Cardema. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.